What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast, and we're gonna go over what happened in the hearing, and I think it's a very good thing for Ripple. Now, here I'm gonna read a few of what Rob XRP tweeted out from the call, and then I'm gonna go ahead and show Jeremy Hogan's video, and it'll give you a pretty good idea of what happened. So, here the judge says, the request that Ripple has made is for me to make an in-camera review, something that is common. The SEC says that the in-camera review is not necessary. My inclination is to conduct an in-camera review as Ripple has requested on the documents they have selected. Judge, is there a reason the SEC thinks they should not be doing an in-camera review? SEC, you can do it if you want to, of course, but there are previous court cases that shows that in-camera review in this type of situation should not be done. We think they are getting special treatment. Judge, I'm not suggesting the defendants review these documents, but that I get to review them. The defendants have brought up valid arguments showing that the DPP privilege was not properly applied in this case. The defendants are not getting special treatment. SEC, of course, will follow the will of the court, cites previous court cases. In-camera review is usually reserved for when problems in the process has been identified. Judge, I do want the in-camera process applied. The SEC will now send the documents from Appendix A. The SEC can file certain portions of that letter as redacted, but should redact as less as possible. Judge, if I conclude that these documents should be produced, they will be. If I determine that the DPP process was not applied correctly, then more documents will need to be given as well. Okay? And Judge, setting up schedule for documents to be produced and replies as well. Redacted and unredacted documents are now requested from the SEC. She'll review and get back with a response as quick as possible. Okay? So that's kind of the gist of what happened. And essentially, the in-camera review is where the judge alone will review these documents privately. And I believe that she'll get the non-redacted form based on what I understand. And also, I'm going to go ahead and play here the video by Jeremy Hogan so you guys can get a brief overview of the whole case, because he does a pretty good job of explaining it. And also, he says he thinks that Judge Netburn is probably listening or keeping track of social media posts. So she's probably watching and paying attention to everything that's happening. Now, here we go.
All right, I'll just say it. I swear Judge Netburn is following some of the XRP people on Twitter or maybe even on YouTube. I didn't think so before, but now I see you, Judge Netburn. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button, Your Honor. But anyways, what this hearing made clear is that the judge believes that all of these documents are extremely relevant. And I think relevant and important enough to overcome any DPP argument. And the reason why this is so important to the judge is because of a case that Attorney Solomon briefly pointed out, but which is more important than the time it was given during the hearing. Looking at Solomon's brief at the bottom of page 3, here's what he says, quote, if the underlying law was unclear at the time even to the SEC, then the alleged violation could not have been so obvious that the defendant must have been aware of it, close quote. And that's citing to the Novak v. Kasich case. And that is what Solomon is gunning for, and that's why the judge ruled in favor of Ripple and the individual defendants on this motion. So you might be asking, well, what happens from here? Now, first, the SEC will be providing copies of the documents Ripple wants to Ripple. They'll be redacted. Now, the judge made a very strong point that they were to be lightly redacted. I think she said that 3 different ways. But the judge and the judge alone will get complete and unredacted copies of all the documents. This is called an in-camera review. And in-camera, we're not talking about something with megapixels. In-camera is a Latin word for in private. So the judge will review the complete documents, and then the parties will provide legal briefs which argue why each individual document is or is not privileged, and then the judge is actually going to issue an order on each individual document and either order it produced to Ripple or not produced to Ripple. And based on today, I would say it's a good bet that she is going to order most of the documents Ripple is asking for produced. Now this...
Okay, so there you have it. So it seems like it's a major victory on Ripple's side, and the judge is really paying attention, it seems like. So, and I know DAI has been posting a lot of video evidence out there that has really brought a lot of questions to the forefront about what the SEC is doing, and if Judge Network is watching those videos, then she's getting a pretty good idea of a lot of things, because or about like how the enforcement has just been awful, and it's just a matter of time before she decides on something. And I think this is a very good brief overview. I hope this episode has brought you some value. Like and subscribe, comment below. What are your thoughts? As always, I like hearing from you. If you like this video, like it, help spread it around, share it with someone you know, and I'll see you in the next one.